And this is, here they call it, down home they call it Fannin Street, but out in California they call it Cry for Me. That was my mother crying about me after, when I was a boy, had on short pants. My father used to take me to town on some cotton. We was living out in the country, which I was born dead in the country, about 20 miles and 30 and 40 miles from any kind of big town. The closest little place was close around us was 5 miles. We had to ride 5 miles to get mail and get it once a week. Read a newspaper once a week, and that was good in that neighborhood. Anyhow, my papa would take me to Shreveport, own some bales of cotton. He'd lead me all around in Fannin Street, and that's what I like, where the people dance and play and sing and pianos and women dance. I love to see women dance anyhow. And so my father carried me down as a little boy, and I wasn't much knee-high to a duck at that time, but I was watching. Show your children don't forget nothing. My father would lead me around by the hand in the daytime, and when he'd put the wagon in the wagon yard, well, at night, he'd put me in the wagon yard too, 'cause I'd be asleep and he'd be gone. When I'd wake up and he'd be gone, it'd run right in my mind. I was a little boy too. He's going right back down there where he carried me that day. I said, well, when I get to be a man, I'm going down there too. And when I got to be I wasn't a man about 16, 17 years old. See, I was wearing long pants at that time. So my father put me on a bale of cotton and carried me to the train and gave me $40 in my pocket. I was a big shot too when I had that $40. Sent me to go to the fair 5 times, and he said, son, don't go down on Fannin Street. And I didn't sleep none that night, just thinking about Fannin Street. And I told him, no, sir, Papa, and that's just where I was going. I didn't have to tell him. He didn't have to know where I was going. I wasn't going to tell him. He shouldn't have asked me. But anyhow, when I got to Shreveport, I never did forget how to go down on Fannin Street, because the little hill you drop off. Babe knows exactly what that big place sitting up on Texas at now. I guess it's a church. I don't know what it is. I never did pay that much mind, because when I get ready to go down that little hill, I wasn't steady about that church, but I knew how to go down there. So I went on down on Fannin Street, and that's where I'd go every time I'd leave home. So I learned how to play a guitar by a piano. I'd sit by the bass side with my guitar. 6-string guitar at that time. Now this is going to tell a story about when I was a little boy going out on Fannin Street. But before I started playing this, I'll tell you a little story, and this is a true story too. People in them times, they didn't tell children just exactly, but if you'd ask them, he'd tell me. And I used to pass by these, women's in there got on these fashion clothes, and they was in there when I'd go by, and it's in there, and I'd come back, and I'd go in the morning, and I'd come back at night, and women still in there. I said, Papa, don't these people never go home and get nothing to eat? I thought it was folks showing up. So he said, no, son, that's fashions. That's what they put the dresses on. Let the women see how they look when they get the dress. I'd make them go down and buy. I said, oh, yes. Well, I understand it then, So I'm going to play you now. And this will tell a true story about Fannin Street. California, they call it Cry for Me. Follow me down. Follow me down. Follow me down, my Mr. Tom, you. My mama told me, my little sister too, when on Fannin Street, son, they're gonna be there, dad, to you. Ooh, I didn't care. I told my mama, Mama, you don't know. When on Fannin Street, Kimmy, why don't you let me go? Come just crying over what I said. I couldn't stand to hear mama crying over what I said. Me being so young and tender, bones and surrender. I went and fell on my knees myself. I went to my mama, fell out on my knees, crying out, Lord, Mama, will you forgive me, please. Ooh, come and crying herself. I wanted to let her know what side of town I was running on when I leave home, so she wouldn't be worried about me when I'm gone. I got a woman living on Stony Hill, been running all over town with Buffalo Bill. Ooh, she's a bad man. You been running all over town with Buffalo Bill. 2 trains to 1, baby, that you ain't done got kicked. Come and crying herself. Cry for me. Cry for me now. Anybody should ask you people who made up this song, tell them you Leadbelly done been here and gone. Cry for me again.